So my name is Chris Cook. K through 12, I was in special ed class. So I went through IEP. So I had a lot of opinions about me. You know, I had other people basically writing my story for me. So for me, I battled self-esteem my whole life. I got bullied when I was a kid because I used to have seizures, right? And the seizures really set me back. So when I was 7 years old, I had one that reset my whole brain. So I didn't know how to walk, I didn't know how to talk. I had to learn just how to be basically a functional human again. After that, it became a whole journey for me, and I battled self-esteem really bad. I would get on social media, I compare my life to other people, knowing that's who I'd never be, right? And me playing basketball, I always looked at what the next guy was doing. Oh, he's training here, he's doing this, he's doing that, right? Why am I not in the same position that he's in or she's in, right? I was told I was too skinny. I had big eyes, my arms were too long. I was made fun of, like I said, my whole life. A month ago, I was battling a lot of stuff and I couldn't figure out what was going on with me. And I actually found out I have bipolar disorder and I have manic depression. So I have really, really highs and I have really, really lows. And my lows are to the point where it's like, I don't even want to be on earth anymore. And I couldn't figure out, I'm like, why do I have so many basically suicidal thoughts? So I went to the doctor, now I'm on medication, right? So that's why I'm here to tell you today that no matter what, you're not the only person that's going through something in your life. I can promise you that. And I'm a witness to that. Believing in yourself will take you further than what other people believe in you, right? So I valued my life, K through 12, I valued my life off what other people thought of me, right? So I went through this whole process of like, oh, what does she think of me? What does he think of me? I don't want you guys to think of that because at the end of the day, you have to live your life. You got to write your own story. Seeing as you have 2 more months, then you hit the real world, right? Who's going to write your story? Are you going to let somebody else write it or are you going to write your own? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish? What do I want to manifest, right? So for me, be great was an idea my whole life since I was 18. I'm 26, I'll be 27 in June, right? And this idea has been manifesting for 8 years, but I was always afraid to launch it, right? I was always afraid to take the next step because I remember what that kid said to me on the playground, that I'd never be nothing, that I'm not smart enough, that I'm not cool enough. I don't fit in with the crowd. I was always a different kid. I was a loner. I'm a homebody. I like to stay to myself. So whatever idea, whatever goal, whatever you want to accomplish, I'm going to tell you right now, everything that I do for Be Great, I write it down. I put it on pen and paper. I write down every goal that I want to accomplish, not only in my personal life, for my business, and what I want to accomplish within 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, right? You have to write out what you want out of life. You can say what you want to do, right? You can say what you want to accomplish. You can say, I want to be great. I want to do these amazing, great things. You can say all those. But when you put it on pen and paper, you bring it to life. Then you get to see it daily. You get to see it in your notepad. You get to see the part of, I'm really manifesting what I've already written out. I've written this idea out 8 years ago, and I had a vision. Not even 2 weeks ago, I was standing on the stage talking to people, and I wrote it out, and now I'm doing it, right? Whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to accomplish, I'm a living testimony. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm a miracle baby. I died when I was 7 years old. I was on life support at UT. And my mom said, don't pull the plug. This kid is special. So I have that mindset in my mind all the time that I'm special because my mother told me I was. There's people in your life that probably told you the same thing, right? There's people that believe in you. If you need anything, please reach out. Because I know what it's like, whether you're doing good or you're doing bad. I know what it's like to be on each side of the fence. This lady and my IEP teacher, I never forget her name. I won't say her name, but I never forget her. She told my parents and me, I'm sitting in the room, she said, he'll never go to college. I could have let that moment right there, I could have let her write my own story. She looked me and my parents in my face in ninth grade. How do you tell a freshman kid that doesn't, I'm still figuring out myself, I'm 14, I don't know what's next, right? And she tells my parents, he's not gonna go to college. And if he does, he's gonna need help, right? So going into college, I go to Rome State, I graduated with a 3.34 with no help. I go to Barton College, graduated with a 3.34 in communications. My grades have always been important to me, but her name and her voice was always in my head, right? Because I was always like, I'm going to prove her wrong. I'm going to prove her wrong. And I did it. I have 2 degrees from a kid that was 7 years old that was dead from a seizure. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I'm not even supposed to be standing on this stage right now. But I realized in my life that God has me here for a purpose. Everybody that's in this room, you have a purpose. I can promise you that. You may not see it right now. You may see it 20 years from now. You may see it 5 years from now. But you do have a purpose. What I'm doing right now, it was, like I said, it took 8 years for this to manifest. I never believed in it because I believed in what everybody else said I couldn't do. Now I'm able to do it, right? So I want to tell you this is write out what you want to accomplish. I have weekly goals that I want to accomplish, right? And then I go into bi-weekly. Then I go into monthly goals. I have my own vision boards. If you don't have a vision board, you can go to Dollar General and get you a board and write out what you want to accomplish. Write on your vision board what you want to do this week. Maybe you want to, read 10 pages. Maybe you want to research something. Maybe you want to build an idea. I don't know. The internet is free information. It costs you nothing. I literally learned how to build my business off the internet. And I know every single one of y'all in here have a purpose. And like I said, I'm not God, so I don't know what it is. Only you can fully find your purpose for yourself. Don't allow other people to write your story for you. So today, this week, I challenge you all. I challenge every single one of y'all in this room, even teachers, even myself. Write out what you want to do. Write out the goals that you want to accomplish. You never know what that next moment is going to lead to. You may have the same goal as somebody else in here. And you may come up to them and they say, hey, what do you want to accomplish this week, Zach? Or what do you want to accomplish this week, Aaron? And then it comes down to, oh, I got the same goal that you want to do. Now you're manifesting together. Now you're creating this whole manifest together and creating this life together. Not even realizing y'all had the same goals. Everybody's sitting in this room for a reason. You're alive for a reason. You have purpose for a reason. And I'm here to remind you that you are on this earth for a reason. Every opportunity you get, whether it's a little job at Food City, whether it's the job at Taco Bell, seize the opportunity. When you're walking into this school, because I'm going to tell you right now, juniors and seniors, you'll be a senior next year, right? Seniors, you got 2 months left in this school. What will your story be? What will you leave behind for the people that's coming behind you? For the kids that's coming behind you, will you leave? What type of legacy will you leave? And that was always my mission going to every school that I went to. I was on billboards at Rome State. I was in magazines because I wanted my name to be a legacy. And you guys can do the same thing. You write your own story, create your own path, and seize every opportunity and keep the faith and keep believing in yourself because you never know who's watching you. Believe in yourself and go be great. Thank you.